Tech Yellow Jackets. Today from Alexander Memorial Coliseum, it's the Louisville Cardinals versus the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech. Brought to you by the new Jet in just a moment. The Cardinals ranked 9th in the nation. Purvis Ellison, the 6'9 senior, the top scorer and rebounder. The Bradford Smith leads in assists as only Williams among the starters does not hit for double figures. And for Georgia Tech, Tom Hammond, 6'9 senior, leads the Jackets in scoring and rebounding. He'd scored 100 points in 3 games before being held to 9 yesterday. Oliver leads the team in assists and steals. And the opening tap controlled by Purvis Ellison, but taken down by Britton of Georgia Tech.
One of the Zebras hit the floor that time. Happens to be Mr. Dodge.
3 ACC officials calling the game today. First shot by Tom Hammonds rolls off the rim, but a foul on Louisville's Purvis Ellison. First foul of the game, a rebounding foul on Purvis.
Purvis did not like the call. Referees are trying to take control of the game. Good refs blow early, so they govern the game. Doesn't get out of hand.
Here's Oliver, the point guard, to Sherrod, and they set it up against a Louisville man-to-man defense. Britton posting up low. Mo Britton puts the Jackets on top.
That's why Bobby Crimmins recruited Mo Britton. They wanted him to play center, so Tom Hammonds can go to his regular position, which would be a strong forward.
Louisville attacking. Looks like the Georgia Tech also play man-to-man. Payne turnaround jumper is short and rebounded by Oliver of Georgia Tech. Oliver dishes. No good. Knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Louisville.
A lot of pro scouts here today. It was a pro move by Oliver, but they're here to watch 2 guys. Purvis Ellison and Tom Hammonds.
A pair of 6'9 seniors. Ellison from Savannah, Georgia. Hammonds from Crestview, Florida.
A pair of future multi-millionaires.
Here's Ellison. Being guarded by Britton. LeBradford Smith has the ball stripped away, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul.
Wow, that's a hairline call. There's a breakdown in that call. The baseline official went the other way. The closest official got the call. Here goes L.A. driving in. One called the charging, and the baseline official there was going to call a personal foul.
So it goes as an offensive foul against LeBradford Smith, the second against the Cardinals. Georgia Tech with the ball, leading 2-0. We've played almost 2 minutes of the game here at the Thriller Dome in Atlanta.
This is the pace that the Rambling Wreck wants. Louisville wants more giddy-ups. Being from the bluegrass country.
Britton from 15, rims out. Smith has it for Louisville. Here's the Cardinal break. Williams, Ellison. Oh, good move. Change direction in the air.
You'll notice as this game moves on, Tom, how unselfish Louisville is.
Game tied at 2. They double team. Scott gets free and then lost the ball. Hammond tipped it in. (4-2) Georgia Tech.
2-3 high offense by Louisville.
Inside Payne trying to post up, shoots good. Kenny Payne on the boards for the first time to tie the game at 4. Tom Hammonds. Payne all alone for the Louisville rebound. Three-point attempt is good. Three-pointer by Tony Kimbrough.
That's one of the big differences in Louisville this year. They can bury it from three-point land.
You have to say that Denny Crum was a late convert to the three-point concept.
Well, he never liked because he certainly never recruited small guards or range guards with shooting, with the exception of Griffith.
Outside shot for Tech is not there. Off the hand of Sherrod. It'll go Louisville's way. Well, they're working on Tom Hammonds again. Louisville trying to deny him the ball as the officials change their call.
Well, they're trying to play in front of him. The only way to stop Tommy Hammonds is to stop him before he gets the ball. After he gets the ball, just about all he can do is pray.
Well, the official changed his call. He originally signaled Louisville's way. He was overruled by a man who had a better angle, and Georgia Tech with the ball. Jackets have hit only 2 of 8 to open the game, while Louisville's hit 3 of their first 4. Oliver, nice fake, couldn't get the shot away. Scott can. Dennis Scott's first 2. 7-6 Cardinals.
Mo's a little bit aggressive on Ellison.
3-point attempt by Smith, no good. Hammonds with a rebound. Georgia Tech on the run. Hammonds got it back. Still can't hit it.
Kept it alive. Went off L.A. That's Bradford Smith.
Well, Tom Hammonds held to only 9 by North Carolina State yesterday, struggling a bit to open this game. And Louisville has a Richmond here last year.
Well, Bobby Crimmins says he's going to play Richmond till he beats them. He's 0-3 against the Richmond Spiders.
Tom Hammonds off to a 1 of 5 start from the field. Tech with the ball down 1, and a foul on Louisville. It'll be on Williams. Keith Williams with his first, and 3 now against the Cardinals.
A foul is on Williams.
Second half score, Pitt leading Oklahoma by 4. Hammonds, 13-footer. Hammonds had a string of 30 points, 30 points, and 40 points in a game before being held to 9 by the Wolfpack yesterday. Ellison fouled before the shot. It'll be on Maurice Britton. That's the first Georgia Tech foul.
Mo had too many hands on him.
Foul is on Britton. His first.
Watch this replay.
First team foul.
Mo's right in his back here. See the hands pushing in. You're not allowed to push like that. He's keeping them off balance. Good call.
Louisville lobs the ball in, and it's stolen by Britton of Georgia Tech. Here come the Jackets with a chance to take a further lead. They're up by 1-8-7. Sherrod back to Oliver. They're looking constantly for Hammonds. Get it to him. He scores.
Pretty much got to double team Tom Hammonds or you're in trouble. At least give help from the weak side, Tom.
He got 3 that time, and Tech has its biggest lead. Ellison answers for Louisville.
Ellison's in the hunt for the MVP of the year.
Scott for 3. No good. Ellison rebounds.
Kick it out to Bradford Smith. No, he goes all the way.
Williams scores. Only LeBradford Smith has failed to score for the Cardinals, who take a 1-point lead.
Next time down, LeBradford will take care of that.
It doesn't take him long. He's averaging 12 a game.
Constantly looking inside.
Hammonds guarded by Ellison. Back to Oliver to set it up.
Double box down low, sending Sherrod around. Sherrod doesn't look for a shot, but this guy does. It's automatic.
Scott. That was just a 2-pointer. Scott just inside the 3-point arc. Tech seesaws back on top. Ellison posting up low over Britton. He got it. Purvis Ellison has 6. Louisville regains the lead. Ellison has not missed. 3 for 3 so far.
After the pressure, they go back to man-to-man. Louisville does not have to worry about the tire factor, the physical factor. They go 9-man rotation. That is 3. I am calling all shots before they go in today, Tom.
Scott had an ACC record 11 3-point goals in 19 attempts earlier this season against Houston. That's his first of this game, and Tech leads it by a deuce.
All right, LeBradford Smith, it's your time.
Ellison, double team. Got it anyway.
Ellison.
Ellison scored 15 against Georgia Tech last year. He has 8 already in the first half. We played only 7.5 minutes. Oliver had it knocked away momentarily by Williams. He went back to get it. Britton got a push in the back from Ellison. No call. Sherrod fakes.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
Scott. That's a three-pointer by Dennis Scott. He has 10.
We got to put a combination. Coach Jimmy V was right yesterday.
Great move by Ellison.
Great play by the super pro. Between him at the present time and Danny Ferry, and I'd also say Sean Elliott for MVP in the college scene.
Outside shot good by Brian Oliver. He gets a three-pointer. And Georgia Tech has its biggest lead. The Jackets up by 4. Boy, Georgia Tech doesn't show any sign of fatigue.
Not yet. Not when you're nailing those 2- and 3-pointers. They're in the zone. You got to put it up, LeBradford.
LeBradford Smith, three-point attempt. No good. Tapped out of bounds. I think Britton hit it last. Purvis Ellison 5 for 5 from the field early in the game. He's posting up low. They get the ball to him, and this was a great move.
This is the last time down. Gives a little head and shoulder fake. Now he goes in. Good movement inside. He's one of the few big men in the country that can put the ball on the floor.
Sort of looked like Vincent Price. Where'd you get that fly stashed? I know you got him right.
I feel like Vincent Price. I need 3 more of these for my grandchildren. No, 4. I got 4 grandchildren.
You're just trying to clear a profit on this. I know your tricks. John Gonzalez is our director today, along with our producer, David Neal. And John reminds us that the halftime show is going to be good entertainment whether you have 3D glasses or not. Here's a Tech steal. Jackets on the break.
Great play.
What a play by LeBradford Smith. Ellison. And McNeil in for Tech. Gathers in the rebound. Wow, racehorse basketball.
Purvis, shame. That wasn't your shot. Very seldom does he make a mistake. I thought he should have floated that high for an alley-oop from Payne.
Boy, did L.A. Smith get down to steal that ball on the fast break by Georgia Tech. Sherrod now guarded by Ellison. Can't get the shot away, and Oliver will set it up with 16 seconds on the shot clock. Sherrod. Ellison with a rebound, falling down, saves it to Williams.
Great move by Williams. He's brought so much to the table. He's their point guard now, which releases for Bradford Smith to play the number 2 position. And there's another bomb. No, an air ball that time. Uh-oh.
Williams inside. Move that time by Felton Spencer, who missed the layup. Spencer, the 7-footer, in for the Cardinals.
Georgia Tech got away with a foul that time. Sherrod pushed him from the back. Another one of those junior college ball players, McNeil, number 44 out there.
Johnny McNeil, a 6'9 junior from High Point, North Carolina. And the two teams are going to have to substitute with the pace of this game. Here's Williams.
Nice static move there. Gets in the inside. McNeil couldn't make a move. It'd be a 3-point play.
Everett Sullivan and Cornelius Holden are in for Louisville. As you see, Bobby Crimmins doing some substitutions of his own. He's got Carl Brown in to replace Dennis Scott. Scott gets a bit of a lecture. Hammonds.
That's his shot. With his back to the basket, a nice turnaround. For the NBA, he's going to pick up more of a facing the shot type of a shot facing the basket from about 15 feet out.
In the battle of the All-Americans, Hammonds has 8, Ellison 10.
Skip pass against the zone. Got away with a walk.
Smith for 3. Oh, Hammonds way up to get it. Great outlet to Oliver, who lost it.
Holden then saved the basket. Cornelius Holden, outstanding freshman from California. Now watch, once he has his back to the basket, he turns, squares up, all net.
Over the 7-footer Spencer to boot. Brown takes over point duties in the absence of Oliver. Dennis Scott back for the Yellow Jackets. Oliver still in there. And Hammond goes outside. He showed us a little more range on that one. Yep.
You must have heard me. He wants to show the pro scouts here today. I noticed Billy Cunningham's in the audience.
Marty Blake is also here, NBA Director of Scouting. Yellow Jackets with their biggest lead. Spencer off a good pass from Smith.
Spencer's improved every season. Look for him to blossom next year.
Offensive foul. Dennis Scott called for the charge. LaBradford Smith in perfect position to take it.
Quick call. Hausman was right on top of the play that time. Defensive man was set. There's Hausman. He earns his money the hard way.
Second team.
That's a joke.
Thanks for telling us. Second team foul on the Yellow Jackets, who lead it 25-21. Lob it, intercepted by Georgia Tech. Brown quickly to Oliver, and he's hammered. Also, could have called it on either one of two Louisville players. It's going to be on Sullivan.
Well, they're going to call, I believe, is goaltending and Sullivan stepping in and taking the block here. See, he stepped in. And they're calling goaltending. He slapped the backboard. Kimbrough hits the backboard. See, watch him hit the backboard. You can't hit the backboard. Great camera work only on NBC.
And a good call by you on the goaltending against Denny Crum's club. As Oliver completes the three-point trip.
Gives him a spread of 7 points with 8 minutes left in the first half.
28-21 the count.
It's broken. Should be a layup. Here it is. Up.
Put in on the offensive board by Holden.
Holden doesn't look 6'7", but he is. He's out of California.
That's the Georgia Tech lead to 5. Tom Hammond started by hitting only one of his first 5 shots. He's reeled off 4 in a row since then as Tech turns it over.
Watch Cornelius. Puts it up, dances around, doesn't come in, and in comes the freshman. Keeps it above the rim.
7:43 left in the half. Tech up 28-23. They've gotten 16 points from their backcourt to only 4 for the Cardinals.
And limited team fouls. There hasn't been a lot of whistle blowing.
Louisville attacking a Georgia Tech zone. Bradford Smith on the point calls his play.
I'd move a fella in on the foul line. Feed down low into Felton Spencer.
Curtis Ellison on the bench for Louisville at the moment. Smith spinning penetration, got the shot. But Bradford Smith gets his first 2. It's 28-25. Here's Oliver, who has 6 points and 6 assists. Missed that shot. On the rebound, Hammonds called for traveling.
Yeah, in his mumbo fake. A mumbo fake is when you move your head and your shoulders. A lot of times by that force of that fake, you move your feet. And that time, Tommy moved his feet. It was obviously a walk. Watch this.
Pretty
Gets
good
the
job
ball.
of
Now
blocking
here comes
up.
the mumbo fake. Here's the mumbo fake, and he moved his feet.
Can you do that to music?
Yeah, mumbo jumbo. Give me those 3D glasses again, will you? Got me back my crew haircut and malted milks.
Williams and Ellison have come back in for Louisville. Outside shot by Sullivan. Good, and Spencer fighting for the rebound commits the foul. First on Felton Spencer.
Foul is on Spencer.
Well, he's foul prone, but he's expendable, so it doesn't bother Denny Crum when he commits foul, as long as they're not on purpose. Ellison. Pressure up court. 2-2-1.
Brown sets it up on the half court to Oliver on a wing. Here's Hammonds. Boy's got that move down pat off the glass.
Yeah, he plays it off the glass. He kisses it.
Hammonds the leading scorer in the game now with 12 as Georgia Tech regains a 5-point lead.
Now the high post to the low post. Get it into Felton, and he kicks it down to Ellison. Nope.
Purvis, 18-footer, not there. McNeil rebounds for Georgia Tech. Brown in a hurry. Oliver threads his way through traffic and draws the foul.
TH here, when he gets the ball down low, he's going to kiss the glass. He freezes the defensive man. He's found 6'9", 6'10", but believe me, he plays 7'2", 7'3". Did you hear that, Tom?
I heard it. 7'2", 7'3".
He plays that tall.
He's back at a power forward spot after playing a weak forward, and he is much better. He started in a little shooting slump for the game.
I'm sorry. That was a mistake. He doesn't. I meant Purvis Ellison plays that big.
I was going to say.
No, I'm wrong.
2 shots at the line for Brian Oliver. He's having a big first half. He's 3 for 3 at the stripe, and Tech leads 32-25.
Zone is giving the Cardinals trouble. It's a 2-3 zone. Concentrating on Ellison. Too much hands by McNeil that time on Ellison.
Johnny McNeil away from the basketball, commits his first.
We'll show you. See, there's McNeil. There's too much hands. Now watch him grab his jersey. See him there, he's grabbing it. Obvious foul.
But only the third against Georgia Tech here in the first half. 5:27 left. Tech leading 32-25.
Got to nail a few three-pointers to get Tech out of that zone.
Louisville has hit 61 three-point shots this season. There's a foul as Ellison goes up.
That will put him on the line.
An update on that Pitt, Oklahoma game. And the Panthers still hanging in there with a lead.
Well, Billy Tubbs, the coach of Oklahoma, says, if you guys score less than 100 points and lose, it's your fault. If you score over 100 points and lose, it's my fault. So it looks like it might be the team's fault.
Ellison connects on Louisville's first free throw attempt of this first half. Britton returns for Georgia Tech. Ellison misses the second one, but Louisville gets the rebound. Sullivan tied up by Oliver. Alternate possession to Louisville.
I thought that was a quick whistle on the 5 count.
I think it was a jump ball.
A jump ball.
Possession to Louisville. Tech sticks with the zone defense. I was saying that the three-point shooting by the Cardinals, they've already hit over 2/3 of all the three-point goals they made last year. There's a 2-point goal, 2-pointer by Kenny Payne.
Against the zone, you cannot force the ball inside. You've got to take the outside shots. That will loosen it up.
Brown dishes to Hammonds, but he was fouled before he got rid of it. Purvis Ellison, I think, for number 2. Four minutes, 39 seconds left in the half, and Tech will shoot 1+1 the rest of the way. They have committed, as Georgia Tech, only 4 team fouls. Here's Carl Brown, a 6'2 junior out of Leicester, England. He was born in England. He played in Great Britain, played on their Olympic team this summer as they failed to qualify for the Olympics, but he was on that Olympic squad. Played junior college ball in the U.S. and came here as an exchange student. Missed the free throw, though, and Louisville with a chance to cut into the lead.
Going out to have tea and crumpets with his friend over at North Carolina. The Tar Heel Britain guy. Williams looks over the zone.
Ellison dumps it inside. Nice pass and laid in by Kimbrough. 2-point game. Georgia Tech had a big lead, as many as 6. Louisville's cut it to 2. 5-0 run here by the Cardinals.
Still playing man-to-man.
.338 remaining in the half. Brown got good penetration and is fouled by Kimbrough.
Tony reached in.
Foul is on Kimbrough. His first.
So you think that Bucknall and Brown ought to get together to talk about the home country after the game, sometime after they play an ACC competition?
Yeah, they should queue up and have some kidney pies and so forth. I think we'll change their name to Reginald.
We saw them play, remember, in Rotterdam at the Olympic European qualifying tournament?
Yep, they left a lot to be desired.
Here's Carl Brown again at the line, where he just made one, stepping up for the second. He's only played organized basketball for 5 years. And there are his first 2 points of the game, and Georgia Tech goes back up by 4. It's 34-30. Fighting in college basketball this year. Yellow Jacket fans love it. Their team leading 34-30. Both teams shooting well. Louisville 14 of 25, 56%. Tech 13 of 25, 52%. And look at the three-point shooting. Yellow Jackets 3 of 5. Three minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the half. Louisville with the ball down 4. Nice move by Kimbrough, his 7th point.
That was an athletic move. When Kimbrough came out of high school, he was rated #1 and #2 in the country. He sat out last year, I believe.
Was a Kentucky Mr. Basketball. He did sit out last year. Rolls off for Tech. Rebounded by Payne. Louisville with a chance to tie or take the lead. Ellison posting up on Britton, and an offensive foul, the 3rd on Purvis Ellison.
And out he goes immediately, and it'll come Spencer Felton.
Foul is on Ellison. His third.
Let's see where he calls the push-off. I didn't see too much of a push-off. It's a tough call.
That is a tough call. The way they bang around in there, that was not a very strong push-off by Ellison. His 3rd foul. So Felton Spencer is indeed in to replace Purvis Ellison. Or Spencer Felton, as you said, either way.
Either way.
Britton misses the free throw. And again, Louisville with a chance to take the lead or tie it up. Spencer double team down low with his zone. Williams can't get free. Payne, three-pointer. Rebounded by Tech. Sherrod can't get free, and now Georgia Tech will set it up. 2:25 left. 34-32, Georgia Tech.
Hammonds wants to take Spencer down low. He has him.
And he scores. 14 in the first half for Tom Hammonds. Four-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. Tom Hammonds has scored 6 points in a row. Spencer inside. Kicks it back to LeBradford Smith. Kimbrough. Nope, inside Spencer. His shot, no good. Tough rebound. Oliver pulled it down. He's got Hammonds.
Oh, going to call a charge on that. Tom Hammonds committed to the air too soon. Let's see you judge it. Tom went upstairs too soon. Should have taken one more dribble. Williams had good position. Let's take it from another angle. Good call by the Zebras.
And the contact occurring before he released the shot, so the basket not good. It's 36-32. Georgia Tech. First foul on Hammonds.
Oliver doing a good defensive job when they go man-to-man on the Bradford Smith. Oliver's one of the better guard rebounders in the league.
Britton with a hand check is guilty of his second personal foul. That was a mismatch as Britton at 6'9" trying to guard a quicker man.
That puts Louisville in the 1-and-1 for the next foul that's called.
That's the 6th against Georgia Tech.
The next one is 1-and-1.
1:18 left in the half. Georgia Tech leading by 4.
Bradford wants him to clear out so he can take Oliver.
Outside shot, missed everything. Air ball. Sherrod leads the break. Here's the shot up by Scott. It's short. Britton fighting Spencer, and Spencer wins it. .45 seconds, you see the clock. Spencer, nice move. Missed his shot, but he'll go to the line. Big guy with a nice spin to the basket after a ball fake.
Well, he's the only 7-footer that I can remember Louisville ever having. And he has developed that move. He just doesn't finalize.
He does cause Maurice Britton to pick up his 3rd foul, the first Yellow Jacket in foul trouble. And he'll go out, replaced by number 44, Johnny McNeil. There's Britton taking a seat with his 3rd foul.
No more shot clock. There's 42 seconds left in the first half.
Here's Felton Spencer. Usually hits about 70% at the line. And has been coming on of late. He's averaged 10 points and 6 rebounds his last 2 games.
He's effective down low. He runs the court okay. Just doesn't finalize on making the points.
Played on that U.S. Jones Cup team that won the gold medal in Taiwan last summer. Some good international experience. He makes it a 3-point game, 36-33. Georgia Tech leading with the basketball, and you see the time remaining.
They'll take it down to about 6, I believe. Go to a spread out.
Oliver already with 6 assists in the first half. Hammonds has been the leading point getter with 14. Also has 5 rebounds. Has hit 7 of 11 from the field. In fact, 6 in a row. Let's see if they go to him. They do. Hammonds follow-away jumper. Missed it. 5 seconds left.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Take it uptown.
Smith can't hit it.
And it's no good.
The buzzer sounds before the Cardinals can tap it in. So each team misses on a chance to get a basket before halftime. And we end the first half of play with Georgia Tech leading 36-33. On Scott also with 10 points. The only other player in the game in double figures.
Bobby Crimmins on the offense will try to get the ball to wherever Purvis Ellison is covering.
Georgia Tech opens with possession in the second half with their original starting 5 on the floor. Hammonds, Sherrod, Britton, Scott, and Oliver.
I think that's a mistake with Purvis Ellison covering Hammonds. That's not smart. I don't think.
Hammonds trying to post up Ellison. They can't get him the ball, though. Oliver for 3. Won't go. Tap once, no good. Ellison rebounds for Louisville.
Now, every time down, you're going to have to hold your breath. Might pick up his 4th foul this early in the second half. He can nail that.
Kenny Payne can't hit that one, though, and it's rebounded by Britton of Georgia Tech. Louisville has its starting 5 on the floor. Payne, Kimbrough, Ellison, Williams, and Smith.
And surprisingly, Louisville's playing the zone. They look for Tom to slide down low. There he is.
Sherrod in trouble. Almost had a 5-second count. Here's Oliver. Penetrates. Can't score. Rebounded by Kimbrough. Ellison went to the floor. Williams takes it back from Payne. Now here's Ellison. Pumped around a little bit. He had 5 field goals in the first 8 minutes, and that was his first one since 12 minutes to go in the first half. Purvis Ellison. As the Jackets turn it over, here's a final score. The Pitt Panthers upset the third-ranked Sooners, and they did stay under 100.
Stay under 100, so it's the ball player's fault, not the coach's fault.
How could you judge your losses, whose fault it was? Well, you didn't have many, I know, but...
Well, we didn't have a lot of losses, but if the opponent scored over 70 points, then it was the ball player's fault. I was a defensive coach. You're either an offensive coach or a defensive coach, Tom. You can't be both. Georgia Tech in the zone. Look for the three-point shot.
Williams, Payne. Shot won't go, but he was fouled. Kenny Payne, they're posting him up low here. Here are the current winning streaks after Oklahoma loses today. Illinois 15 in a row, Duke 13, and Louisville 11 in a row. They lost their first two. They've reeled off 11 straight.
And you got to remember those winning streaks. There's only two major teams in the country that are undefeated, and that's Duke and Illinois. And they will not last the whole season undefeated, obviously. Tom, I'm going to try something on you and the audience out there. When was the last undefeated team in college? Nobody knows. I'm not going to tell anybody because nobody knows.
Morrow Britton, by the way, of Georgia Tech. Britton has picked up his fourth foul and is on the bench as Payne hits the free throw.
Should I tell the people something?
Elliot Kalb, our statistician, says Indiana in 1976.
Elliot is absolutely right. Mr. Stats.
Payne hits both free throws. And suddenly it's a 37-36 game with Louisville on top. Here's Oliver looking for Hammonds down low. He's guarded now by Payne as they shift around on the defense. On the zone. Scott fires for three. Bullseye!
What range. Unbelievable with no effort.
He has hit at least one three-point shot in 33 straight games and in 44 of his 46 college contests. Payne missed the shot, but then
Sherrod lost the ball. Got a rebound and just lost the handle.
And Louisville's got it back. Trailing 39-37. We played almost 3 minutes of the second half.
That's a 2-3 zone there. Got to have more man movement against that zone. Man and ball movement.
Smith's outside shot won't go, and McNeil rebounds for Tech. LaBradford Smith has hit only 1 of 7 today. Oliver is fouled.
Foul is on Kenny Payne, his first two foul.
See what Ellison's saying there. Hey, freshman, get over here. Freshman, no, sophomore. Smith, get over here. Now, get right there. Now, I'll go back and I'll take care of my guy. So anytime he pulls you by the pants, well, the senior can do that.
A 6'9", 215-pound senior at that. Oliver's free throw is good. He's 4 for 4 at the stripe today.
Oliver doesn't get the credit he deserves for his rebounding. He's one of the better rebounding guards in the country.
And that broke a string of 23 in a row. That miss. It'll go to Georgia Tech. Smith couldn't save it, and the Yellow Jackets have it beneath their own goal. They lead 40-37. Oliver to Hammonds, turns on Ellison, can't hit. Over the back rebound, Tech will be called for the foul there. Over the back was Sherrod for his first foul.
Here's the shot. White was off the rim, and here he is coming over the back. Fouls on Sherrod. He went over Kimbrough's back.
Cardinals with a basketball, trailing by 3. 16:38 to play in the game from Atlanta. Kimbrough pushed as he got the shot away. Tom Hammonds, number 2.
It wasn't only pushed, that was a wipeout. just pushing and shoving, but wipeouts. They're not trying to hide it, not trying to be cute about it. Watch how he just pushes them off here. There's Tommy Hammonds. He's in the picture there. Just get out of there.
LaBradford Smith pitches it in to Payne and to Williams to set up the Cardinal offense. Ellison. Back outside, Kimbrough. Payne with an offensive rebound. Ellison again inside. Double team. Jump hook is a beauty.
All right, I'm making a statement. Here's another statement. Everybody hold their breath. The #1 draft in the NBA is going to be Purvis Ellison come next June.
Remember where you heard it. Sherrod as they break the pressure. And again, good Louisville defense disrupts the fast break. Georgia Tech has it on the half court.
Nice pass by Dennis Scott.
And then Scott ran over LeBradford Smith. And Georgia Tech's Dennis Scott is whistled for his second foul.
He's not careful. He could have got a technical foul there. Good timeout by Coach Bobby Crimmins.
Racehorse basketball from Atlanta.
Bradford Smith in the circle. Coach Bobby Crimmins said he didn't charge. Let's show the world what happened. He charged. Everybody's an actor today. Everybody wants to get an Emmy.
Louisville's ball, and the Cardinals trailing by a point. They'll come the length of the floor. Don't forget, at the conclusion of the game, we'll be selecting a Chevrolet Most Valuable Player. We'll take an MVP from each team, and Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to the General Scholarship Fund of each school. The team shooting very well in the second half. Louisville 2 of 6, Tech 1 of 6. There's a foul. And that'll be the 15th foul on Georgia Tech.
Yeah, McNeil had too much arms on Purvis Ellison.
Number 3 on McNeil. Purvis Ellison, who made such a big splash as a freshman when he was the outstanding player at the NCAA tournament. Already moving up the Cardinals' all-time scoring list. One of their greats.
Get their patience. Get the ball into Williams' hands. He's the guy. He's the quarterback. He's the stirrer that moves the drink around.
Pace of the game has slowed a little bit in the second half. Here's Ellison. So good. Ellison, 17 in the game for Ellison, and Louisville takes the lead 41-40.
So good. When I call him #1 draft choice in the NBA, people think, well, how about Danny Ferry? I just think that Purvis Ellison comes along once in a lifetime to a coach.
A whistle away from the ball and a foul on Louisville.
Purvis Ellison's playing with 3 fouls, and he still seems to play aggressive. But he got McNeil caught on his back. Automatic.
Kenny Payne of Louisville has committed his second foul. 2 against the Cardinals in this half with 14:45 left to play. Louisville leading Georgia Tech 41-40. Hammond's trying to post up, guarded by Kimbrough.
I'd work on Purvis Ellison picking up his 4th foul. Right here, if I was Dennis Scott, I'd drive into him. Just drive right into him.
And away from the ball, another foul.
Wow, we had that action away from the ball that time. That was Kimbrough and Hammond. You talk about sumo wrestling and just banging away. Watch to the right of the screen here. They are just banging away at each other. They think they're back in the blacktop in the playground.
Whoever hit last was going to get that foul. It was Kimbrough.
The Amboy Dukes. They must have watched that halftime fight rule that Fred Bearcat put on.
Tech can't get it in bounds, and they'll turn it over to Louisville. 41-40. Cardinals with the basketball, leading by 1. Bradford Smith walks it up court.
Danny Crum hasn't played as freshman that much in the second half.
2 top 20 teams matched up in Atlanta. Tom Hammond and Al McGuire with you. David Neal, our producer. John Gonzalez, our director. Bradford Smith, nice move. Won't go, but he'll step to the line. Showed you some ability there.
The only way you can stop Bradford Smith is put his own against him. But if you give him the ball one-on-one, he can hang in the air. He can do all the different moves, the disco moves and so forth. He either gets a decent shot or gets fouled.
Foul was called on Dennis Scott. Dennis Scott committing his 3rd foul. So Georgia Tech in some foul trouble now. Scott with 3, and Mo Britton already on the bench with 4. As L.A. Smith hits the free throw, he's had A bad shooting game, only 1 of 7 from the field.
Well, he likes to penetrate. He's strong, has excellent leaping ability. Here's what they want to do. They want to trap, and Georgia Tech has broken it down all game long, mainly because they've been fast breaking.
The Louisville press has not been effective against Georgia Tech, and they beat it that time. Sherrod, short, got his own rebound, but couldn't hold it. Ellison then throws it right to Scott.
Uh-oh. That should be on Ellison. Is it on Ellison?
McNeil took it to the hoop, and let's see who they call it on.
Big pass that time by Scott.
I think they called it on Kimbrough.
Did they call it on Kimbrough?
Yes.
It was a close call. Let's see. This is very important who that foul's on. Here's a great pass by Dennis Scott. There's Kimbrough, and there's Ellison in back, and they call it on Kimbrough.
Third foul on Tony Kimbrough. So Louisville has a pair of starters with 3 each, Kimbrough and Ellison. And it'll be McNeil at the free throw line. Johnny McNeil played junior college basketball in North Carolina. That's his first point.
Well, Bobby Crims is trying to get big guys, but he has to get them by next year, because the greatest thing since sliced bread, since this backcourt kid Kenny Anderson is coming to Georgia Tech, he might be the best guard coming out of high school in the last quarter of a century.
Kenny Anderson out of Archbishop Malloy in Queens is already signed with Tech. Kimbrough throws it away. They'll recycle the 45-second clock. Last touch by Georgia Tech. So Bobby Crimmins had a chance for a steal, couldn't quite get it. And Denny's Crumbs team will have a chance to add to its lead. They do. That was Kimbrough that got free to lay it in.
Pressure again. Oliver hands look nice. They don't panic. Up.
Tech lost it. Here comes Ellison leading the break. Williams fakes and lays it in.
Told you at the top of the show, the most unselfish team that I've watched in the last 12 years has been the Louisville Cardinals. And on this break, it proves it. Kicks it over to the right side, and right inside there, Williams gives a fake, follow through. Time for a commercial break.
While the Louisville Cardinals are on a run.
What's in a name? The Kemper name.
Talking about the Georgia Tech recruit, Kenny Anderson of Archbishop Malloy in New York, number 12 there with a pass, and he can score too. Did you say the best recruit in the last quarter century?
Maybe longer than that. The only one point guard I'm talking about, pure point guard, I kind of put him in the same class as Calvin Murphy. Now, you have to have a lot of gray in your hair to remember Calvin Murphy out of Niagara University.
I remember.
He was outstanding.
Full court pressure from the Louisville Cardinals. They have their biggest lead.
7 seconds, 8, 9, just got it over.
Louisville has outscored Georgia Tech 14-6 in the second half. And the Tech star, Tom Hammonds, doesn't have a point in the second frame. Here's Hammonds in the corner, had 14 in the first half. From the corner, shot by Scott is not there, and Ellison with a rebound and a long pass to Smith. Williams blocked by Hammonds, and a foul. That'll be the third on Tom Hammonds.
Tom Hammonds hustled back down court that time, almost got a clean block. He probably caught him with his body. Excellent pass. Here's the pass from Smith into Williams. In comes Hammonds, playing basketball above the rim.
Carl Brown returns for the Yellow Jackets, replacing David Whitmore, who had played briefly.
Physical factor might be starting to show with Georgia Tech playing yesterday up at Raleigh against Jimmy Barbaro's club. They got blown out. It was a wipeout. NC, a no contest, and had to travel back here last night. Played 2 games in less than 24 hours. The Louisville Cardinals were in town comfortably watching TV.
Williams 1 of 2, 6-point lead for the Cardinals. That's their biggest. Oliver now on a wing with Brown at the point. Hammonds first 2 of that half still can't score. Scott. And wow, Payne just muscled it away. Smith.
Did he go? They're going to call charge, and did he go? He did one of those in the DePaul game. This is just athletic ability. You should never call a charge. He did charge, only kidding on that. But watch him climb upstairs, up and away. Keeps his eye in the front rim.
Second foul on the sophomore out of Bay City, Texas. And Georgia Tech trying to cut into a 6-point lead.
2-3 zone by Louisville. That's just what's cutting down Tom Hammonds. You can't stop him man-to-man. You got to stop him with Mickey Mouse or his zone.
Tech has hit only 1 of 11 from the field this half.
Oliver got to get hot of Dennis from three-point land. Here's Dennis.
Brown.
No, Brown can't shoot from there.
Hammond with a monster slam.
That a boy, Tommy. You went right into Ellis's face that time. That's because they were aggravating you. He's still upset about yesterday, only scoring 9 points. Welcome back to the game, Tommy Hammond.
His first 2 of the second half. He has 16 for the game, and the crowd now into it. Louisville leads by 4.
If they get the ball into Ellison, it's going uptown. I guarantee it. There it is.
Kimbrough.
You say they don't have pride? Watch the big guy. The power scoring forward. Here he goes. Right into you. Zippo.
Here's Georgia Tech now with the ball after the Louisville turnover. 48-44, Louisville leading. 10.5 minutes to play. Scott open for 3. Allison taps it right back to Scott. Baseline drive. Scott takes it inside and scores, and is fouled.
You should be pleased with yourself, Scott. You got to drive more like that. If you ever put that with your outside game, someday you'll be an All-American. I didn't know you had all these moves, pal. Look at them. But you know, Tom, he's 6'8", isn't he?
Well, he's 6'8", you're right, and he moves like a guard, but he is 6'8" with one of those wide bodies, about 230.
He could shred about 15 pounds and probably make him a better player.
And he completes the three-point trip. 16 in the game for Dennis Scott. Tony Kimbrough of Louisville has picked up his 4th foul. 1-point game.
Now the team I say will be #1 in the country at the end of the year. Let's see if they show it. They're under pressure. Tech's making a run at them. The crowd's here.
Spencer over his head laid it in. Spencer came in to replace Kimbrough and quickly lays one in.
10 minutes to go. Remember, Ellison has 3 personal fouls. That's the key concern of the Louisville bench.
But has played 10 minutes of this half without committing a foul. He had 3 in the first half.
And now softening up his defense.
Rimmed out for Scott. Oliver with a rebound. Takes it inside. Blocked by Spencer. Blocked again. And a foul on Felton Spencer.
That second time, Tom, Spencer didn't leave his toes. Stayed flat-footed. I thought he caught it properly twice, but let's see. Got it the first time. Down he goes again. Up again goes the great rebounder from the guard position. And
I don't know.
he just said, hey, get out of here, will you? Stop bothering me, you little gnat.
Just slapping away the little mosquitoes. Spencer has his 3rd foul. The Louisville foul woes continue to mount as the Bradford Smith gets the break. There's the foul trouble for each team. And you can add Felton Spencer with 3 fouls for the Cardinals.
And one of the better foul shooters in the country on the line.
Got them both. Oliver hitting 85%. And it's 50-49. Louisville leading by 1. Spencer back out to Williams.
Williams is so important to this club. He's the coach on the floor.
Ellison triple teamed and fouled, reaching in on Brian Oliver. His first foul, and Georgia Tech already over the limit.
Hey, you know he committed the foul, B.O. Watch him meet you in here. There it is. Now do it again. Now cry to the official.
Purvis Ellison at the free throw line.
In comes the student body.
Missed it, and Hammonds with a rebound for Georgia Tech. Yellow Jackets with a chance to take the lead. Hammonds.
This is why they call it the Thriller Dome. This is why Bobby Crimmins doesn't play his games in the Omni. The Omni, he only plays one there this year against Georgia because the sixth man is now in the game.
Here's Tom Hammonds trying to make it a three-point trip, shooting for his 19th point. Georgia Tech has a 2-point lead. Boy, the crowd went quiet for him to shoot, and then exploded when it went through. Georgia Tech down by 6, only a couple of moments to go.
Gut check time. Now you put the ball in the big brother's hands.
Pushing foul on Williams of Louisville, trying to get it back away from Brown. Oh, that was a push.
What happened is Brown came from underneath, from almost like an uppercut. See, clears the ball. There is the push-off. Good call. That Zebra was right on top of it, and it happened to be Mr. Dodge. If there wasn't 3 officials in this game, they would have missed that call. I think the NBA made a super move, too, going to 3 officials. Hey, the best commissioner ever in any sport, in my opinion, is that guy, Commissioner David Stern. He's done a great job the last 5 or 6 years. And I don't know why I'm saying that.
Because it's true, perhaps. He's done a great job in turning around what had been a struggling pro league, and the NBA very hot at the moment.
Well, don't let the truth interfere with what I say.
Never bothered you in the past, did it?
You're getting to know me too well.
Brown misses the free throw, so Louisville, with a late call from the governor, gets a reprieve. They got the ball down only 2.
Got Oliver again.
Second foul on Brian Oliver.
You'll see quicker whistles now because they're afraid of this game getting out of hand. I look for the freshman to do something. Oh, he's on the foul line right now.
Everett Sullivan, 6'5" freshman out of Simpsonville, South Carolina.
He's a great player, Tom. Outstanding potential. That noise won't bother him. He doesn't even know there's noise.
Now a little scuffle breaks out.
Let's go to that halftime rule. If you're in the fight, you're put out of the game, they put you on probation. You go to the second fight, they put you out of a game. You go to the third fight, and that's all she wrote for the season. Was I paying attention to our halftime show, or wasn't I?
You were indeed. You were glued to that monitor during halftime, I noticed.
Well, Freddie Bearcat be proud of me. He's the assistant commissioner, but he's the head of the officials. There's only 2 conferences in the country that have full-time head supervisors of officials. That's the SEC and the ACC.
John Jeffrey at the SEC provides that function. Scott, nice pass to Hammonds, but Spencer cuts him off. We're tied at 52, 8:20 to play.
Hammond should shine. Louisville's gone man-to-man. Just get into Tommy. Take it around the horn. Got 15 seconds. Drop it into Tommy. No good play by Spencer. Fronting him. See Spencer fronting him. Tommy gets the position. It's going up. Uptown.
Ellison with a strong rebound.
Ellison playing at 7'2", even though he's only 6'9".
Cross-court pass. Smith fakes a 3.
Unselfish.
Sullivan won't go.
Hey, the 7-footer. He kept his balance. He didn't move his pivot foot. Coaching staff is real proud of him.
Belton Spencer off the offensive board gets his 7th point of the game. And
It will be 93. It'll be $900,000 a ball play.
You were just a little before your time.
Oh, boy. And I used my 1.2 average.
Here's Hammonds. Triple teamed. He still got it loose and then has to scrap for it to save it. Georgia Tech still in possession of the ball, trailing by 2.
Call a little timeout. Referee, call a timeout. Kimbrough got poked in the eye. Good. All right, now watch, right? He got poked in the eye in the right of the screen here. Watch 44. There's 44 now. And you know who did it?
And you know what? It knocked his contact loose.
Yep.
And Carl Brown spotted it, ran over and picked it up, and Kimbrough has gone to the bench to reinsert the contact lens.
My man did it, Felton Spencer. Didn't mean it. We forgive you, Felton.
Georgia Tech in the game despite shooting only 23% in the second half, 4 of 17. Louisville's hit on half its shots in the second half.
You can tie the game here or take the lead if Dennis takes a shot from there. Uh-oh.
That'll be goaltending.
Yeah, basket interference.
Credit the basket to Johnny McNeil.
Watch Felton Spencer put his hand inside the cylinder of the rim.
Get it on the way down. And it's a 54-54 game with 6:45 to play.
Ellison's time.
Good matchup. Hammonds guarding Ellison. Here's Purvis.
Right now we go down this end. We're down this end, and it's Hammond's time.
Purvis Ellison with 19. Hammonds has 19. Georgia Tech loses it.
I floated up there that time, Sully. You missed the float pass to Bradford. Got away with a walk.
Ellison. And rebounded by Hammonds. Boy, is it a thrill to watch these two guys play. Oliver's outside shot just inside the three-point arc.
Big shot by Bryan that time. He had to nail a couple of them yesterday to pull the Wolfpack out of that triangle, too.
56 apiece. You see the clock. Spencer. Oh, Spencer based up on McNeil and just popped it through.
Lucky he scored that time because Ellison was tying his shoe.
Three-pointer by Scott.
Scott knows he's good. If he made that shot, he looked at the crowd and gave that football move.
We've got a timeout. 13 lead changes in this game today. Tech on top at the moment. 9:58 Georgia Tech, 5.5 to play.
And Tech sitting back in 2-3 zone. Look for the outside shot. They want to stop Ellison underneath.
Oh, beautiful to Sullivan. Pretty play. Louisville regains the lead. That's the 14th lead change.
Give credit to Ellison on that. That baseline had to move up because Ellison took the middle of the zone.
Oliver got a screen, couldn't get the shot away.
Reset.
L.A. Smith got a hand on it. Georgia Tech retains possession. Watch that last lob, Al. It was a great one.
Well, the 2-3 zone with Ellison moving up, it pulls the baseline up, which allows Sullivan to sneak around the back. Excellent pass by L.A. Smith to Sullivan for the dunk.
Oliver chases it down. Georgia Tech with only 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds. Oliver to Scott. 2 seconds. And he comes up short. They ran out of time, and Spencer pulls it down for the Cardinals. Here's the score. Cardinals with the ball, leading by a point, and 4:20 on the clock.
Got the same zone set for the Grambling Wreck, the Yellow Jackets. They're setting up for Bradford Smith now for the alley-oop. Take it around the horn again. Around the horn. That's it.
Ellison. Rebounded by Hammond. Tech looks for the lead.
Each possession now is crucial.
Brown cut off by Spencer.
That was a good no call.
Here we go. Britton couldn't hit the follow, and Louisville has it. Smith. Hammonds with another rebound. That's 10 rebounds in the game for Tom Hammonds. He has 19 points and 10 rebounds. Purvis Ellison, 19 points, 8 rebounds for Louisville. Ellison has gone the whole game without a blocked shot. Won't go for Tech from long range, and Louisville rebounds. Both teams in a dry
again.
spell, haven't they?
Yep. But Sullivan, one of the better freshmen in the country.
3 minutes left in the game.
Setting the same play up, Tom, as it did last time when Sullivan scored. Try to get the ball high.
(60-59) Louisville working the shot clock. It's down now to 15 seconds. You see the shot clock on the left of your screen. Inside 10. Smith open. Spencer gets it to Payne. And Louisville retains possession. Ellison spins. Can't score. Rebounded by Georgia Tech. Oliver in front court. 2:20 on the clock. Now Brown to set it up for the Yellow Jackets. And he calls a timeout.
Hammonds can jump so high, so watch the screen. Watch my man Tom go up, and he grabs the net and goes up higher. If you're wondering about it, that is illegal.
A little leverage, that's sort of a senior trick, isn't it?
Superstars can do super things.
Speaking of superstars, it's been almost a dead heat today between the two opposing superstars. The only difference, Hammonds with a couple more rebounds.
Louisville comes out with a zone, a matchup zone, that is. They'll overplay Dennis Scott. You see Ellison's on that side. Now they'd like to get the ball down to Hammonds, but that's tough against a matchup zone. So they're going to have to take an outside shot. They lay off McNeil completely. That's the guy that just touched the ball. He's a junior college kid. They're now going to cover the primetime players. They let him loose. Too bad.
Three-pointer by Dennis Scott.
All Danny Crum wanted was the prime-timers shut off, and one was Dennis Scott, the other was Tom Hammonds, and don't let the ball in Brian Oliver's hands.
Georgia Tech by 2, less than a minute and a half to play, and the crowd really into it. Here's Ellison over Hammonds. No good. Out of bounds to Georgia Tech.
No, that's a bad call. I think that's a bad call. Let's put that one over.
Yes. They did change it.
Okay. Yeah, it was a bad call. And you know what? I give referees credit when they reverse it like that. Good job. Good.
Payne. Three-pointer.
Ooh, he just put some pain in the back of Bobby Crimmins' neck.
63-62 Louisville. Approaching the 1-minute mark.
And here he goes again.
And a foul. A foul as Dennis Scott is sent down.
He should be given 3 foul shots in the international play. Someday you'll see that rule in college. If you're taking a shot from three-point land and you get fouled, you should get 3 foul shots. Why not? Mathematically.
That's the rule we saw in international play at the Olympic Games in Seoul. We thought it was a good one.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought NBC did an outstanding job. I think the country and everyone enjoyed the Olympics, and I'm so pleased they got in Barcelona, Spain in '92.
You going to be there with me for basketball again?
I hope I'm alive. I don't have all those priorities that other people have anymore.
Dennis Scott hits the first free throw. This one could give Georgia Tech the lead.
Nice follow through.
64-63 Georgia Tech with 1 minute to play.
Three timeouts for Louisville, 1 timeout for Tech. The arrow favors Louisville.
Williams inside, Spencer. Back outside, Payne for 3.
He can shoot. He can shoot. You can't give to him the top of the key. Tech only has 1 timeout remaining. They can take the clock down. No more shot clock.
Yellow Jackets trail by 2, 66-64, 30 seconds left.
I wouldn't take it down. I'd go for a shot. If you miss, you foul. We're just going to call a timeout now. Bobby, maybe you should call a timeout.
Brown, you see the clock.
They're confused. You better call a timeout. They're confused. Good coaching. I had to yell it 3 or 4 times to him.
The timeout comes with 14 ticks remaining. This has been a seesaw game. The lead has changed 18 times, and we're standing by for a great 66, 64, 14 seconds left. Denny Crum trying to hold on and preserve that winning streak, which stands at 11.
Denny Crum is telling his ball club, hey, no three-point play. Now get right inside the socks of Dennis Scott and also Oliver. Don't let them have a 3. If they score 2, we go to overtime. If they score, we call a timeout and play for the last shot. There's enough time left.
Scott for 3. Short. Oliver rebounds. That is foul with 5 seconds left.
Oliver, one of the better rebounding guards in the country. You know what? Reminds me a lot there when Wittenberg's shot went short in 1983 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And that Valvano took credit. He said it was a pass, and it was a shot.
Oliver's free throw. Missed it. He missed it.
Ooh. Probably should miss this one on purpose. No, I wouldn't have called a timeout, Louisville, because they're going to allow Georgia Tech to set up a missed foul shot. They should miss this one on purpose.
Brian Oliver, an 85% free throw shooter, missed it with a chance. Setting his strategy. The Cardinals leading the Yellow Jackets by 2, 66-64, 5 seconds left. Oliver at the free throw line for his second free throw. He's got to hit the rim if he's going to miss it.
All right, he moved the big man in. He put Britton on one side, and he got Hammonds on the other.
He hit it, and now they'll set up the press. 5 seconds to go, a 1-point game. Inbounds to Ellison, who is fouled by Oliver. It'll be 1+1.
I only took 1 tick off the clock. There's 4 seconds left.
Ellison has missed 2 of 3 at the free throw line. Hit his first and then has missed his last 2.
Here's where it hurt. If they would have forced Georgia Tech to take the timeout, they would have no timeouts remaining. Now they got a timeout remaining. See, with no timeouts remaining, if Ellison even misses the foul shot, the clock starts immediately. With 4 seconds left, they'd have to really throw up a Hail Mary from at least 50 feet out.
And Denny Crum is going to get the timeout, which gives us a chance to review our Chevrolet most valuable players for the games, and not much mystery about this. We have seen 2 of the premier players in college basketball on display today. And the Chevrolet most valuable players of the game: Purvis Ellison of Louisville, Tom Hammonds of Georgia Tech. Chevrolet will donate $1,000 to each school's general scholarship fund to reward outstanding students for their academic achievements, and also to assist those in. Ellison at the line to shoot 1 and the bonus. He's only hit 1 in 3 tries today.
Well, he doesn't get nervous. He's looking down at the floor. He's smart not stepping up to that line without the ball.
What was it they called him after that freshman year? Never nervous, Purvis?
Yeah. See, he's staying off the line, which is smart. Now, when he takes the ball, that's when the 10-second shot clock starts. He must take the shot within 10 seconds.
First one is true.
Right, don't forget now, 3-point play, and it's going to be a 3-point shot, so Tech is going to get the ball, at least have 1 shot. They're going to try to get it into Dennis Scott's hands. So this foul shot is very important. It'll give Louisville a 3-point lead. But the best that Georgia Tech can do then is go to overtime.
Scott has hit 5 of 10 3-pointers today. Ellison's second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Tech.
2002, 2003, 2004.
Oliver.
It's good if it goes. No.
Oliver rebounded, brought it into front court, and let it fly. But was too far away. And Ellison hits 1 of 2, and Louisville holds on for the win, 67-65. Let's watch that last one again. Ellison had hit the first free throw.
I don't know if a timeout should have been called. There wasn't much time. He got the shot off before the clock, but just was too much distance. And so Louisville wins their 11th straight ball game.
12. That makes 12
That's
now.
12? Well, that's right. They beat South Carolina.
12 in a row for the Louisville Cardinals. They hold on for a 67-65 win. We'll be back in a moment.